Hello, so Signash fan here, and today we are going to talk about who won this patch, who stayed the same, and unfortunately who is a loser. Now, I've had a lot of time with the patch so far. That's why I waited to bring out this video, because I wanted to get familiar with these characters and their changes. Now, there's still stuff that I am figuring out, so you gotta bear with me. I am looking at the patch notes just to make sure I don't miss anything like super crucial, but for the most part I have a good idea of like who actually won this patch and who stayed the same and who's a loser. So we're gonna get right into that. And first and foremost, Shiki Tono, definitely a winner. So with Shiki, the biggest thing for me is 2-2A hold. So when Shiki goes into the Naya mode, now Shiki can actually cancel that animation and just keep doing block strings to you, because there's no green flash anymore in general, because now that you can actually charge that move and green flashes are pretty much out the game, which would be the blowback edge. No flash means that once that feint happens, people generally tend to keep pressing because there's no visual cue that they actually canceled their move. So Shiki, that's one of the biggest things. Now they definitely like reduced the startup on some of Shiki's moves, but generally speaking, that's like the biggest thing that actually stands out to me. And of course the universal mechanics of just mids beating low shield. So Shiki, way more offensive, has just better options in general to open you up, and that's probably the only thing Shiki was kind of like lacking, if anything, was the ability to like open you up, because Shiki's a very solid frame trap type character. But reducing the startup, even reduce the startup on like the 214 series, so that's like really good. Shiki, definitely a winner of this patch, like super strong. If you were looking into picking up Shiki, now is definitely the time to pick up Shiki. Arcueid, huge winner of the patch. So they made Arcueid, some of Arcueid's like combos like way easier. Like her aerial route that used to be like super hard with the 3BC uppercut cancel, you had to jump cancel it, come down with JC, all of that, like you don't even have to do that anymore. So her jump to B, like now there's a blowback edge version, so you can actually charge it and it'll bring the opponent down to the ground to where you can like do combos. So like now her combo routes got like super easier, which is really good for Arcueid. I think that's the only thing that she was missing. Her combo difficulty was pretty high on the like aerial version, but like now that she can actually like bring you down with jump to B charge, like that's like huge. And again, they altered a lot of her moves, reduced startup, reduced recovery on 236A charge, so that move is a lot better, because she was never lacking in the offensive department. Her offense has always been like super goated, but I think overall all of her changes were to help her, which is interesting because I think she's a very strong character, but all of her changes were to help her, and basically they made her do more damage because her combo routes got even crazier. So I think Arcueid like is a huge winner of the patch, Arcueid and Shiki. Akiha. So Akiha is not a very common character at all, not even in Japan or NA, but there's a few Akiha specialists, but she's always been a character that could potentially be stronger right now with everything, the way the game is going. So another important change that I forgot is Shiki and Akiha both share a standing low now because of the changes. Like moves that look like standing lows are now standing lows. So Akiha's 5A or 5L, it's a low now. That is crazy. So it's easier for her to open you up because she could chain like 4A, and that would be all lows. So that's like really big. But I think the biggest change for her is definitely her wheel change. So now she's able to bring the wheel towards her, and it has a lot of interesting usages. It can actually like bait out shield. It can drag the opponent out of the corner and create mix-ups. And also what has been discovered is she has cross-up break potential, which she can cross-up break the opponent, which is kind of crazy if you ask me. So Akiha, and with the system mechanics, like I said, system mechanics buffed a lot of characters. So the fact that she has a 5B, her 5B, that's another thing. Blowback edges will be low shield if they're like a normal attack. If you do a blowback edge, it'll be low shield. Her 5B charge will now just be low shield. Crazy. So with the mechanics and brilliant wheel change, like, yeah, she's actually kind of ridiculous. And they made her uppercut the A version jump cancelable. So combo routes are actually just insane in this game now. But Akiha is a winner. P.Ciel, unfortunately, is a loser. Basically, they nerfed her damage output, which is huge. Anybody that knows P.Ciel knows that like nerfing her damage output it's like huge, because she did like the most damage in the game. Like her bombos, as we call it, did like the most damage in the game. So the fact that they actually nerfed that and nerfed her overall damage, that's huge. That's huge. I think that she's still a good character, don't get it twisted, but I do think that they attacked her damage output in a game that is kind of gearing towards more damage, because they opened up the combo ability, and to nerf her now is kind of, I mean, it's a weird take, I'm not gonna lie, but she was doing insane damage, so I get it. But I definitely think she kind of lost this patch, because she is arguably the same, but with so many nerfs to her damage. Like if you go through her patch notes, it literally just says increase scaling, increase scaling, increase scaling, increase scaling, reduce damage, like all of this during the whole patch list. So yeah, I think she's definitely a loser, unfortunately. Theo, you're still cool, but loser to that. Okay, Hisui charge bento. So now when you charge the bento, she drops out 2 bentos, which is insane for combo potential and insane for mix-up potential. Her mix-ups got even scarier. Her damage output is actually insane now. She could do even more damage now than before the patch. She just has a lot of, like, they changed ladle, they made the startup faster, go further, like just crazy stuff, and they reduced some of her damage scaling on some moves. So all in all, she's doing a lot more damage. She is arguably the same character with more damage, which is always good for her. And like I said, blowback edges now, so charge chair shot will just beat low shield. So when she gets on top of you, she could actually stay on top of you with like really threatening pressure and really threatening damage output now. So Hisui, winner. Kohaku. All right, so the thing about Kohaku, she's in a weird slot. She's really good. I don't think she lost or won. I think she's in the middle. She did get changes, like they made a Molotov cancel, so she can Molotov cancel and stuff like that. But all in all, with the nerfs to jump C, that's a huge nerf, and they damage scaled basically everything she has. So with damage scaling and jump C nerf, but they did give her Molotov cancel, and also 2-2B hold creates really new crazy little mix-ups. Her plant literally just flies. So with that being said, she got more mix-up potential, and now for the simple fact that she can actually do this, now that low shield is kind of dead, 5C meaty is so good while the plant is on you, and now because you can't low shield out when the plant is on you, it's harder to get out versus Kohaku. So her plant Oki actually got better just because of the game change. So I think that's why she's like the same. She didn't necessarily win or lose, but she kind of stayed the same-ish, but because of the mechanics of the game, the system mechanics, she got a lot better. So, but I don't think the Molotov drop move is that great, simply because Molotov drop, like if you shield Molotov, like she'll just get punished. She can't BC out or anything. Maids stayed the same. They only got like 3 changes, right? So they have lower health, so that's actually on the losing end. And 22D recovers a little bit of life, so if you play switchy maids like me and Korean wrestling man, then you'll be in a good spot. And 214B as Hisui is a little faster, but it's not that big of a change. Honestly, they stayed the same. I think they're in a good boat, because you got to think, Hisui was a winner, Kohaku the same, so that basically puts them the same. Like, if you do play Hisui in the maid duo, like you'll be eating pretty good, because like I said, mix-ups go crazy this patch. Kouma, huge winner. A lot, like, this character is probably like the least character I fought against beyond fighting like Lucy. Shout out to Lucy. I haven't fought against this character too much to where it's like, hey, like, I know what this character has, all of their options, but I do know that they have new charge attacks, and by the looks of things, increase the ranges of the increased range behind. I'm not sure what that change means on the Rekka, but they changed around some of his Rekkas, and I know that he can charge 236B now. So I think overall this character got a lot of buffs. Yeah, he definitely got a lot of buffs. A lot of things, like, even when I fought the character, I felt like there was a lot of new threatening things that were pretty hard to get around. Like I said, this is probably, like, of all the characters, the character I fought the least. But if you go to the patch notes, it's literally all buffs, pretty much. I don't see like too many nerfs. And 3C, of course, all 3Cs universally got better, and Kouma already had the best 3C in the game. So I think, like, yeah, Kouma's kind of cracked this patch. Yeah, because I only see all buffs. But all in all, with the buffs, Kouma was already a scary character. So we'll put Kouma here. Like I said, that's probably like the character I fought the least. Miyako, loser. I'm sorry, Miyako. The problem with Miyako is she really didn't receive anything threatening, and her 6B, like a new command normal they gave her, you can actually shield it low, to my knowledge, that people were telling me, which kind of sucks. It kind of defeats the purpose. But yeah, she didn't get enough or anything that would make her more threatening. I think the fact that they didn't really give her something like super threatening like the other characters, some of these characters really won, and I think that she's kind of like the loser of the patch. She should have received maybe something that would change the meta about her, or even give her something back, like maybe give her cross up elbow back, maybe the overhead or something, because now she's literally probably like the most underused character potentially in the game. I don't see anybody using her anymore. Everybody from NA switched, and I even saw a video, a picture on Twitter where Key switched. Key was not playing Miyako and was playing Arcueid, and Key is one of the best Miyakos in the world, and potentially he's playing Arcueid now. So yeah, that sucks. I think the universal mechanics sort of help her, but they help everybody else. So like at that point, it kind of doesn't matter. This character's ridiculous now. Noel, literally her buttons and her problem last patch was low shield. Now low shield does not work against her because of her 5C brings you back towards her and beats low shield. So her, like, Noel's kit is just cracked, and she actually has an uppercut now, 22B. 22B is an invul uppercut. So this character has an uppercut now. She's a problem. I don't think people are talking about her too much, but I know Scrault switched over mains to Noel. She can cancel her 214 into a run now, which is pretty cool. I don't know how useful it'll be at all, but we'll see. Her damage looks like it got a little better as well. I see 623B increased damage of the second hit, so that's always good. That's the overhead attack. Her damage just got stronger. Her damage got stronger. She got stronger just because you're going to be blocking for days. Like, her stagger pressure is just pretty ridiculous. They actually increased, I mean, shortened the gap between the first and second hit on crouch B. They keep doing that each patch, I think, to make to really buff crouch B. And 2C reduce the recovery. Like, that's actually correct because her 2C was actually always good. So yeah, she's an ultimate winner. If I had an ultimate winner section, she would be in it. She'd definitely be in it. Okay, we got Roa. Roa got more combo routes. Roa has a new jumping attack. So Roa got way more combo routes. That's like the biggest thing I see with Roa. But Roa having more combo routes, and I'm seeing a lot of increased damage too. Reduced scaling, increased damage. That's always good. Reduced startup. Stuff like that are like red flags. Like, this character got better. Like, and now the cancel, like I said, cancels don't have the flash anymore. So when Roa cancels, when Roa actually cancels the thunderclap, there's no animation. So Roa can just start block stringing you again. I think that's pretty strong. I would put Roa right here, but I think with that new jumping attack, that definitely makes a difference, because like the combo routes are even crazier now. I think, yeah, I think Roa's a winner. Yeah, I think Roa's a winner. This character low-key got buffed. Like, Vlov actually kind of got buffed. They reduced recovery on a lot of moves, made the hitbox on moves better. It was something, I think I want to say the 2-2. One of their moves got better. One of Vlov's moves got actually better. I forget which one. I can't find it. But the biggest change about Vlov is the 6C. 6C being chargeable now is kind of wild, because you low shield, you die. Because this character already hurt. You low shield, you die. And you don't want to low shield because you're really gonna lose. But Rekka got better. The B Rekka got better. Reduced recovery. Reduced recovery will always mean that things that were not possible are now possible, like especially like combo route wise. So reduce the recovery even on the charge version. So gave this man more combo ability. And it's already hard to fight him, but with dash block, I will say it's a little easier to fight him, but you still have to pick your spots. So I think the biggest thing about this character is the blowback. The blowback. Dancy 5C, actually, no, 5C. See, I got it mixed up. 5C and 6C. 5C, 6C got reduced startup, so like the overhead, and 5C is the actual new move where you can charge it. Okay, cool. I got that a little confused. Sorry about that. But yes, both of those moves, like a faster like overhead. Yeah. Okay. All right. Work got a lot of things. It's weird, like I fought her, but she felt the same. So she's in a weird boat on my list. Like, me personally, I fought her and she felt the same. So I'm not certain why she felt the same to me, but she felt the exact same to me. She definitely got buffs, I'm seeing, but she felt the same. I think that they didn't do anything drastic. I know 2CC now is like an unblockable and stuff, but like that's kind of like a gimmick right now. It's more of a gimmick right now. It's not like that serious or that crucial. 6C is a low. Increase the range on some of her aerial attacks. Yeah, like I said, I think she's the same. I think she's really good, don't get it twisted, but I think she's like pretty much the exact same character. Y'all can probably correct me in the comments later on and kind of break it down what she really got that I might be missing, because I could potentially be missing something, but I don't know. Saber is super scary this patch. Her Rekka string mix-ups are like actually scary. Like if you get hit, you lose your entire life bar. On top of, she had blowback edges that are really good, like 5C cannot be crouch shielded. You're going to lose. They increased the active frames of JA, like, and JA was already good, so a lot of her aerial buttons got like super good. On top of just the initial Rekka mix-up is scarier now, so Rekka staggers are like actually kind of ridiculous, which is a problem, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think, and the system mechanics, like, just for her is really strong, because she was kind of like Noel, where the biggest problem about her was definitely the fact that low shield would just beat these characters, these two, and that kind of made them lower on the tier list. But now that you can't do that as like frequent, you'll just lose. It makes Saber like really strong. Like she's an actual scary character now, I'm not gonna lie. Before she was like whatever, but now like, yeah, you can actually lose to her. Dan Apostle, definitely like the same. Like she didn't really get anything that's like crazy. Her new move is whatever. Yeah, she's literally the same character. She's the same like 50-50 queen. When she knocks you down, you can lose, you win. That's kind of where she stands. I wouldn't put her as a loser, because nothing really bad happened to her. Like she kind of just the same. She's just in the game. She just exists. Aoko, complete winner. Combo routes are crazy now. She has combo routes. Her 6C, she literally has 6C charge now, and it's overhead. Like her Rekka is an overhead. Like that's actually a problem. So with that being said, 6C charge, and that's caught me off guard a couple times because I'm just not used to it. She has 6C charge. She can jump cancel her 2-2A, so it like makes like for some crazy combo routes now. Overall, I see some damage scaling, reduced damage scaling on some of her moves, increase the range on some of her moves. Her overall combo routes, like I said, just got better, meaning her damage got better, because the game went in a route to make combos more freedom, like free form. So her combos are just more free form now. But yeah, from the looks of it, she's definitely just better because she has more mix-up potential, and she had a lot of blowback edges, because her 5C is a blowback edge too. So she has 5C blowback edge, 6C now. Yeah, she's kind of eating this patch. Very, very dangerous. And Aoko's 5A is a low. So just like Shiki and Akiha, the 5A is actually a low now. So that's gonna always be crazy. Same with Roa. I forgot to say that about Roa. Roa's 5A is a low. Like anybody that has a 5A low now is kind of winning automatically. Like that's a good enough change for sure. P.Ciel, same concept, almost like Aoko, where P.Ciel got hella combo routes now, even more than she had. Like, so her damage, even in my event, we were watching Omnicypher do like 4K every hit, 4K plus every hit is 4K. Like off a 2A start is 4K. So this character's damage is actually insane. I think that's the biggest thing. When your combo routes open up, it just increases your damage. On top of the range this character was already controlling, it's pretty hard to approach her, like in general. So I think that's the biggest thing to talk about for her being a winner, is just the fact that she's already hard to beat because of her range, and all I see on her list is like buffs pretty much. reduced landing recovery, reduced startup, stuff like that, and gave her a jump cancel off of her one of her new series of attacks. They gave her a jump cancel off 236A4. You can jump cancel into like charge C, so got some really good really good combo potential now, even more than she already had, because she was a heavy combo character. That was the thing about her. It was her her execution is the thing that keeps people away from her. Yeah, it's like her execution. But yeah, much better. Mario's kind of weird, because with Mario, I kind of feel like he's the same. I don't really feel like he got anything like game changing. He's probably like the second character I fought the least since the patch, but I don't see him as like a game changing character per se. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see him as a game changing character. I think he's like the same, because he didn't lose. Like, he got some stuff, but even the stuff that I'm seeing that he got, I don't know. Mostly, I think they probably fixed the bugs about him. That was another thing. He was kind of buggy. Yeah, he looks the same to me. That might be another character. Y'all have to comment and let me know, like, hey, I'm a Mario main. Mario got buffed, like, secretly. But all in all, this is my list of the winners and losers of the patch. I like this list. I think it's pretty accurate to who really won, who got better, who stayed the same, and who lost. And just because I put these two as the losers of the patch, doesn't mean I think they suck or anything. I think that they're actually viable. I think every character is viable in this game, but I do think that her receiving so many like damage nerfs and her not really getting anything that's like threatening is like a huge deal. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this list of characters of the winners, losers, and who stayed the same. I will potentially try to do more videos like this to engage y'all in where my brain stands with like the meta, and maybe a tier list very soon, because we've had the patch now for like maybe like 2 weeks now, so maybe a tier list next week, who knows. But thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all soon. Peace.